Hello. Today we're doing Dragon Warrior 3 HD 2D or 2D HD remake. And I know it's just an update of the NES version, but there are some new things in this game. Like there's the new class, the Tamer, which we're going to try out. There's plenty of hidden things around the world. Wow, we gotta set the battle speed and all that apparently, because this is slow. We gotta go to the options and set the battle speed and shit on this, because this is slow as hell. I like how you can actually see your characters in the combat. That's actually a nice feature. But yeah, first, we gotta set them to follow orders. Yeah, then we gotta change the battle speed, so oh wait, the battle speed. Oh, they may change it to ultra fast. But just like the Game Boy version of this game, you start your characters with collecting by using seeds on them to give them a boost. So when they gain their first level, they'll gain a boost in their stats. Well, I'm curious of how well the Tamer turns out, so that's why I picked Tamer. Because because it's a new class, and I'm just curious of how the Tamer works out. But like most Dragon Warriors, you gotta build up a slight bit at the start. So we're just gonna walk around for a second and gather some of the world map treasures that are nearby until we get level 2. Then we'll be able to move on. So, search the starting area and gather a little bit of treasure that's lying around. And then when we get level 2, we can actually proceed to actually going through the game. Plus, we need to save up a little bit of cash to buy a little bit of equipment. But if you're a classic fan of Dragon Warrior 3, this is not a terrible game. It's basically just playing Dragon Warrior 3 with added content, which is exactly what it is. I mean, there are some new bosses. Yeah, there are some new bosses, new treasures, and some new equipment for the classes. So, you'll have different class equipment than you normally would end the game with. Even though some of the stuff was removed, like there's no Pachisi tracks, but there is a different, there's no monster gambling. They changed it with a monster tournament type thing, which is kind of like Dragon Warrior Monsters, which I think that's pretty interesting. And another weird thing is when you gain a level, now it restores you completely, which I thought was kind of fucked up, but not the worst thing in the world. And there are landmarks that you can search on the world map. You can find different landmarks that also have treasures and shit. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff to explore the world with in this one that you wouldn't normally explore on the Nintendo version. So I got no problem with that. In fact, I think that adds to the game for exploring the world. Well, yeah, we're about to move on. I just want to get everybody at least level 2. Because in the NES version, you really don't want to go too far from the first town until you're at least level 2 or 3, but since this game is not as difficult as the NES version, as far as I know, unless you play it on the hardest setting, we might as well just go with the generic rule of get level 2, then go through the cave, and proceed to the tower afterwards. So far the tamer isn't horrible, but I don't know what kind of gear the tamer equips, so we'll find that out as we go through the game. But yeah, I plan on playing through this entire game, so we're gonna see all the new stuff and all the extra stuff, because I do plan on playing through this entire game. Apparently the tamer takes a while to gain a level. Alright, now everyone's level 2. Let's go back into town. Oh. And yeah, it has the tiny medals, so you do want to search the town out for all the tiny medals. Which, we will do that. We'll try to get all the tiny medals. Okay. Okay, everyone's level 2. Everyone has at least a club. So let's get ready to move on. We'll search the towns out in a little bit for the tiny medals. But first, we want to actually get somewhere in this game to make some progress. So that's what we're going to do. First things first, get your free healing. At the start of the game, don't waste money at the end. At the start of the game, you get healed for free at your leader's house. So there's no point wasting any money at the end. Now make sure you save your game frequently, because on RPGs, if you don't save your game frequently, you'll hate yourself later. So make sure you save your game frequently. As you can see, I've already played through this game once, so I know pretty much what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's time to move on and get through to the next town and actually make some progress. I just want everyone to be at least level 2. Now we can go through. Now, I did a video on Dragon Warrior 3 for NES a while back, and it did not really get that good a reception, so I figured, might as well play the new one and see what happens with it. Yeah, maybe the NES one was a little bit too slow-paced for people, so let's play the new one. Maybe this will get better reception. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying half the time. Anyway, there we go. Now you go through the routine of the opening area. I'm curious of how strong the monster tamer gets. It's a new class, so curiosity made me want to play it. So when I ran through this game the first time, I didn't use the monster tamer, so I'm curious of how strong they could get. Anyway, normally the first thing I do is I go to this cave down here, because on the NES version, this is where you get the wafer's clothes. That saves you like, what, $70 or something like that. But it's also good because if you don't need anything from this cave, you can sell the shit. And I do like the new layouts of the dungeons. I do like the layouts of the new dungeons. I mean, the old school NES layouts are nice, but I kind of like how in this version you can see everything. It's just sometimes you gotta figure out how to get to it, but at least you can see everything. So you don't have to deal with that fog of war shadow stuff. Yeah, if you make a priest on this game, make sure you always give him full wisdom seeds. So he starts with pretty much double the magic, because it will be very helpful later to have a priest with high magic. For some reason, priests in this game are incredibly weak. Yeah, you want to search everything for tiny metals. You do want to keep an eye out for the tiny metals. like the animated monsters and all that shit, I mean, they actually did a really good job on the remake. I can't complain about that. They actually did a really good job on this remake. I mean, there's some things they changed that I probably wouldn't have changed, but overall, it's not terrible. If you're a fan of Dragon Warrior 3, you'll definitely probably enjoy this game. The only problem I would say is the price. So if you're going to play this game, make sure you get it on sale because the price is a little bit high. But that's probably my only complaint is the price. Apparently the Tamer is not a physical attacker as much as I saw it, because it's doing kind of low damage also. Might have been better off going with my normal goof off or something. So at least they could promote the Sage nearly instantly when you get there. But I'm gonna give the Tamer a try. And when we're done with this cave, we can actually get some, actually buy some upgraded gear because we'll have money to do so. And they did keep most of the original music, just kind of updated, but they did keep most of the original music, which is also nice. They updated the music, but they did keep most of the original, which I did like. I know, I already said that. But if you like any kind of RPGs, this is definitely a classic. Even this remake feels very similar to the classic, so if you're a classic RPG fan, you'd appreciate this game. As you can see, some of the treasures are different, so it's not all the same treasures. There's the free set of wafers clothes. Yeah, you notice in this game, they don't give you near as much money as they do in the other one. Yeah, they don't give you near as much money in this game as they do in the Nintendo and Super Nintendo one. But then again, in the Nintendo version, you still didn't get much money because, it was Nintendo. Okay, I think that was the last treasure in here, wasn't it? Yeah, that should have been the last treasure. We'll see how my internet fares today, because yesterday there was a terrible storm and my internet was doing terrible. So we'll see how it fares today. If it fares well, I'll probably be able to get some more videos out. All depends on the weather. Anyways, thanks for joining this video. Hopefully y'all enjoy your weekend. Yeah, because this is the tower. We're not ready for the tower yet. We're not ready for the tower yet. We gotta get some gear before we do this tower. There are multiple ways to get into the first tower. There's that cave. There's a hidden bush. Yeah, there are multiple ways to get into the first tower. But we're not ready for the tower just yet, because we gotta upgrade our gear a bit. So we're gonna head back to town. We're gonna head back to town and buy some upgrades, then we'll head to the tower and get the thief key. Tamer isn't too terrible so far. So far the Tamer is not terrible. Anyway, let's head back to town. I mean, I could have just gone to the tower and then fucking Chimera winged it, but still need to get a little bit of cash for gear, so we might as well walk out. And yeah, one of the most interesting things about this game, also one of the most annoying things, is the added bosses. Because the added bosses in this game are way more difficult than the bosses that are normally in the game. So yeah, that's probably one of the biggest issues I have, is the added bosses are way more dangerous. But challenging enough where they don't hurt the game. Yeah, it's challenging enough where it doesn't hurt the game, but it's still annoying. The added bosses can be a pain in the ass, but I got that treasure down here, right? Alright. Okay, we're done with this cave. We never have to return to this cave again. Let's get out of here, buy some gear, and get the chief key. The storm has started. Another thing they added to this game was the ability to stockpile items. So you're no longer limited to just what your characters can hold. You actually have an item bag that can hold a shitload of items. Which I know for old school RPG fans that can be kind of cheap. To be able to hold as many items as you want does kind of cheapen the experience, but for casual RPG gamers and shit, that's actually a nice feature. Personally, I could care less about that, but it's a nice feature and I do like it. Just because it gives you a more survival, more survivability. But I'm fine without it. I mean, if it didn't have the feature to stockpile items, I would be fine with it. Because I'm used to playing older school RPGs where you don't have such abilities. So I could take that either way. But, early in the morning, just woke up about an hour ago. And there's a storm. So, fucked up day so far. But we're gonna make the best of it. Anyway, if y'all join, welcome to the video. I thought about doing this as a stream, but I decided not to. Alright. I'm doing that just for the hell of it. I'm chimera winging just for the hell of it. Now, one of the most tedious things about RPGs is inventory management. But it's not too big a deal. Okay, now we just gotta upgrade our gear a bit, then we can move on. Don't worry, before we leave this place, we'll search for all the tiny metals. Alright. Now, all the random treasures you find on the map are very helpful for giving you money that you normally wouldn't have, so you don't really need the merchant who gives you extra gold, because you get plenty of gold just finding the random shit on the map. Now we upgraded our shit. So now we're ready to move to the second town of Reeve. And yeah, down the well right there is where the Metal King is and all that. Well, like I said, we'll get to searching this town and everything here in a bit. First, let's save it so we don't lose the progress. And then we'll move on to Reeve. Now we can move on to Reeve and start preparing for the tower. Now we can start searching the world a little bit and head to the tower. The ants are back. Ants are probably swarming into the storm. But yeah, we're not heading directly to Reeve because, like I said, there's a reason to search the world. So we're going to explore the world while we're searching for Reeve. Well, not really searching for Reeve. I know exactly where it is. But we're exploring the world as we look around to find all the treasures on the world. Because it'll save build-up time selling the treasures we find on the world map. So there is a bigger incentive to explore on this game than there is on the Nintendo version. Which, like I said, is not a terrible thing. Sometimes you can find a rare item that you can't buy till way later, so exploring has benefits. So yeah, the graphics and music, everything on this game is really well done. It captures the classicness, but also makes it feel almost like a completely different game. The encounter rate can be a little bit high though, but the NES version also had a high encounter rate, so... Okay. Oh, well, we're heading to Reeve right now. Guys, I had to take a quick swoop around the island to see what treasures were laying around. Once we get the magic key, we'll explore the cities for tiny metals. And you see that tree right there? That's one of the landmarks I was talking about. There are landmarks in this game. Or they call them secret spots. And if you're lucky, you can find good treasures in these. And sometimes you can find recruitable monsters for your little monster game. And sometimes there are little guys like that will give you some hints on where to search. And these places don't just have one treasure, sometimes they have multiple treasures. So you do want to kind of just take a look around every time you find one of those. Because you can find multiple treasures in the place, it's not just a single treasure. Anyway, the town of Reeve. We'll conclude our business here, then we'll conclude our business in Reeve, and then we will head to the tower and get the thief key. Yep, then when we get Thief Key, we'll explore these towns for the metals and stuff. Yeah, so you collect a lot of money just finding the shit on the world map to sell. Ah, they could equip tortoise armor. Alright, we upgraded our gear a little bit more, so let's find the priest so we can save it. And then we'll get the... then we'll get the thief key. Okay, now we can get the thief key, and then we can go about collecting all the treasures from the cities. Sorry, just searching for treasures while I'm here. Because you never know when there's going to be a treasure around. Okay, let's go get the thief key. Now, normally if I'm playing the NES version, I'd build up for the chain sickles and all that before I do the tower just to get it out of the way, but there's no need to really do that. It's just something I used to normally do. And if you own the actual NES cartridge, in the guidebook, it used to have a walkthrough all the way up to Baramos, but I don't know if any of those still exist because they're so old, but anyway. I don't know why this thing keeps breaking on me. It's aggravating. Okay, that's everything to explore on this floor. Now to the actual tower. I'm doing all this extra exploration trying to find the tiny metals and stuff. So there's no telling where the tiny metals are hidden. You gotta explore everything, because you never know where the tiny metals are hidden. But here we go, now we're in the actual tower itself, finally. There are the babbles. I hate babbles. But in this game they're called bubble slimes. But there is an inn in the very first tower, so at least they give you an inn in the first tower. It's unnecessary, but it can be helpful. Yeah. Alright, there's nothing over there, that's just an exit. Alright, both of those are just exits. I just want to make sure I cover all the objectives. There's the end. Now, in the NES version, you can actually make it pretty far without having a cleric. But I chose to use a cleric just to make it a little bit easier to survive. But a cleric is not necessarily mandatory for the first half of the game on the NES version. But it does always make it easier. Now search the area. Antidote, I can use that. there's really no reason for me to stay at this inn. I'm just doing it because it's right there, but there's really no reason for me to stay there. But anyway, if you ever get in trouble in the first tower, there's an inn. Now that we've established all that, let's finish this tower. Okay, nothing there. Why did they make the priest attack power so weak in this game? On the NES version, priests actually had reasonable attack power, but in this version, they're weak as hell. Oh, reasonable attack power at the start of the game. Of course, priests are shitty at attacking, but at the start of the game, they weren't, like, disastrously weak. Who still doesn't have a shield? Alright, he needs the leather hat. By the time we get out of this tower, we should be able to afford all the gear we need from that town, thus eliminating the need to grind for the gear. I was trying to speed that fight up. That free boomerang, that was nice. I'm not gonna turn down a free boomerang. Yeah, the boomerangs and whips are one of the biggest innovations they added to the Dragon Warrior games. And they can be incredibly helpful. Although, kind of cheapens the wizard a bit. Does kind of cheapen the wizard when you have guys that can do all enemy attacks without casting magic. I don't know why that's not wanting to work, but I've been doing that ever since I started doing this. I'll fix it eventually. Or get a replacement. The first mini medal. I know which way I need to go, but I'm still searching this place out. There's still more treasures in here. So we might as well go ahead and get the thief key while we're at it.
Well, I've dreamt so many times of giving, but it must mean something, so... Now, use that, don't worry. The chap there, by the way, then open them with caution. Off you go then.
Yeah, this game also has the books that could change your personalities. So you want to be careful about that. Well, there's still a little bit more to search in this tower. There's still one pass to search. I just went ahead and got the sieve key because it was right there. But there's still a little bit more to search in this tower. They would have missed the mini medal. That's why you want to search everything thoroughly. I would have lost the mini medal if I would have just went on my way. So we want to search everything thoroughly for the mini medals. Welcome to the video. I know I've already probably done this game once a while back, but we're doing it right this time. Well, we're pretty much done with this tower. There's just one more area to search. And then we'll be able to move on. Oh, that was it. Oh, what's up here? What is up here then? Oh, nothing. Alright. Oh, there's a landmark right here. That was nice. That was it. Just shell armor. Alright. Yep. No. So, some shell armor. Yeah, I can't complain about that. Now, let's get out of here. Goddamn. I think this weather is starting to make me sick. Oh. Alright. Now everyone has a helmet. Now we can search the towns out for tiny metals. We got the thief key, so now we can search out the towns for tiny metals. Because we can unlock the doors that you couldn't unlock before. But first, gotta heal. And now we can search out the towns. Go through the door. There we go. And this is where you drop off the mini metals that you locate, because this is the Metal King's place. And this is where you can look at the list of metal prizes. And as you can tell, there are a lot of mini metals in this game. So there are over 100 mini metals in this game. So yeah, there's quite a few to locate. That's why you gotta search thoroughly, because there's a whole bunch of stuff to locate. Okay, we searched the town, now we gotta search the castle. Now we gotta search the castle. Oh, there's something over here. A medical herb. They do love to give you a lot of seeds in this game, but you can't complain about that because that just makes your guys easier to build up. Yeah, those pouches of musk are helpful for collecting the monsters you'll need for the monster battles. So even though you can sell them for a reasonable price, you're probably better off holding on to them if you want to get the best monsters. But at the start of the game, you might want to consider selling them just because of the extra cash boost. But I would say you're better off holding on to them. This is pretty much just where I was, wasn't it? Yeah, this is basically where I was. Yeah, you need the final key for all that. No point going down there until I get the final key. So we'll have to revisit Aleahan once I get the final key. One second, be right back. Hello?
Hey, Paul, what's the password to Rosie Drew?
What, Mom's internet?
Yeah.
It should be 0806 0806.
Oh, okay. That's what I want to check.
Yeah, that's what it was last time I remembered.
Well, we don't have the internet here, so.
Are you sure the storm didn't knock it out?
Well, that's what I'm going to check.
Well, yeah, the password is 0806 0806.
Okay. I will.
Because I don't think she's changed it.
Well, I don't think she has either, so.
Yeah, so try that, and if it's still acting like the internet's out, it might be because of the storm.
Right.
But, yeah, that's the password.
Okay.
Alright. Well, hopefully it works.
Y'all didn't save it in there, did you?
If it's knocked out or you have to re-enter it, most of the time you have to re-enter the password. But
0806.
yeah, 0806 0806.
0808.
No, 0806.
Oh, 0806.
Yeah, then 0806.
0. Let me get it all over here. 0, 8, 0, 6.
Yeah. You just do that twice. After that, you do 0806 again.
0, 6. You only have to do it twice?
Yeah, 0806 twice. That's it.
Okay, let's see if this works. Dude, we got an excellent strong signal for Rosie Group.
Yeah, it always says that, but that doesn't mean it's gonna work.
Well,
Because Mom's internet there sucked.
yeah, it does. It says unable to connect to internet.
Yeah, the internet might be down right now. How bad is it storming over there?
Oh, it's storming pretty good. A lot of lightning last night. It's raining right now.
Yeah, it's storming over here. That's why I didn't know how far reaching it was. But yeah, it might be the storm.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm restarting to see what it does.
Yeah, restart it and give it a shot. But if it doesn't do much better, it's probably the storm.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah, it looks like it's saying installing final updates.
Because yesterday my internet was chopping up and falling apart too because of rain. So I'm assuming it's the storm.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just wondering. I was going to
yeah,
work out today. I was going to work on Mom's deck outside today. I got up this morning. It was just pouring down rain. I said, well, that ain't going to happen.
Oh yeah, if you can hear in the background, it's storming pretty bad right now where I'm at.
Yeah. There was a lot of lightning last night. So.
Yeah. But yeah, you still have your phone internet if it's the storm that's causing it at least.
Yeah, well, at least I got that.
But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of is the storm is fucking it up.
I wonder if I could use the hotspot on my phone to get the TV working.
You should be able to use the hotspot and connect it. You just have to set up the hotspot on your phone, which isn't that hard to do.
Yeah.
And just pick your hotspot and then enter the password for your hotspot, and it should connect it.
Yeah, I can't remember the password for my hotspot though.
When you set your hotspot up, it'll give you the password for it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Yeah, in your phone under the hotspot settings and stuff, you can get the password for it.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook some breakfast here in a little bit anyway, since I can't work outside.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna storm this bad, but apparently the storm is getting pretty bad.
Yeah, lightning again. Just add some lightning here. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Paul.
Alright, well, yeah, that's the best I can offer on that, because if it's the storm, there ain't nothing I can do.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry about that. Technical stuff I had to deal with. Yeah, we're searching out the towns for tiny metals. That way we can move on to the next land. Ah, normally that's a tiny metal. That sucks. Get away, lady. I thought there was something behind that house. Anyway, let's get the magic ball so we can...
What are you doing in here? I could have sworn I locked the front door. Did you... Was that the thief's key? You are, aren't you? Oh, my. Then I'd better get...
This game is called the Wrecking Ball.
You can use that to... Once you're feeling suitably prepared. But be careful with that ball now. But to think that you will never... Your mother puts up a strong... Be sure to head home for...
They did add a lot of extra story parts in this game, which I'm not completely against, but now we can finally finish buying all the shit we need here. Now we are done with all this area and we can head to Romaly finally. We have searched out the towns. We have gotten everything. And we can finally head to Romaly. Fucking ants? Why am I being invaded by ants? It's aggravating. You always like to be looking down and all of a sudden you find you have ants crawling on you. It's aggravating. I'd probably sneak it in because of the storm. Now we explore this area slightly while we head towards Romaly. The first time I beat this game, I beat it on the hardest difficulty. But I do not suggest playing it on the hardest difficulty unless you just really want a hard time. Because the hardest difficulty is very tough. Especially boss fights. I got wizard staff. And wizard staff. I don't know what value that has since I don't have a wizard, so it'd probably be just something to sell. Hey, yeah, keep an eye out when you're wandering the world in this game, because you never know when you'll find something like that. That wizard staff might have great value, or it might just be garbage. You won't know until you sell it. Stop by the little hut. Yeah, book that tells you about the whips and the boomerangs. There's really no point in going in here, because all this guy really tells you about is, all he tells you about is the magic ball, so there's real no point in going in there except for the mini medal. Survey the area in case there are mini metals or something right there. Apparently not, so let's just move on to the dungeon.
Is clear.
Yeah, now you got the world map.
Just know that there's an entirely new keep your wits about you.
Once we get through this dungeon, we'll actually be able to play the game, and we'll be able to explore the world. This dungeon really isn't horrible. I mean, this isn't the worst dungeon at the start of the game, but it can be a pain in the ass, mainly because of demon anteaters. Or in this game, ant gobblers, because they could be relatively strong at the start. I am taking a roundabout pass because I gotta search for the treasures. Okay, rousing ring. I can use that to prevent sleep. Saturday mornings. Getting to level. Now in the NES version it's suggested level 8 or 9 when you get to Romaly, so therefore I'm right on track on that. Another annoyance in this place are the spiked hairs that like to put everyone to sleep. Yeah. Took all that time, but finally poisoned me with a babble. Or bubble slime. I like babble better. Yes, I know my way through this dungeon. I'm searching for treasure. Because you never know where the tiny metals are hiding. It's like you never know when these ants are gonna go away. Fucking ants all over the place. I didn't even know ants could invade where I'm at, but apparently they can. Okay, so that was a wasted trip over that way. But I gotta keep an eye out for tiny metals. Power ring, what does that do? Oh. Greatly increases agility, but changes you to a wimp. And it said it was cursed. You don't want to equip anything that's cursed. Power rings are good for selling, I guess, because you don't want to equip those. Anyway, that's... Yeah, 4 mages or whatever, prestidigitators. 4 of those is always a bad fight at the start. It doesn't matter what your defenses are, the blaze spell hurts. Well, it sounds like the storm is starting to pick up. Hopefully I don't lose my internet connection. Normally that's the magic knife, but then this was just gold. Guess the dead end. Alright. Apparently they're strong against wind. Either that or they're defending. No real reason, just healing everyone. Why the hell not? I got plenty of magic. Well, that'll be good for selling since I already got tortoiseshell armor. Got hung up on that rock. I thought there was a mini medal in here. What the fuck? There's a storm. It's okay. It's okay. Needles. You never know. Might as well see if there's a mini medal in the rubble. Oh, okay. Now we finally made it to Romaly. Never hurts to check. Never hurts to check. Never hurts to check by swooping around and taking a look.
Wait! Don't do anything silly now!
Now that's where you meet the monster guy that allows you to do the monster battles.
Oh, thank heavens! I made it just... Don't worry, friend. Tell me, have you encountered any... There are some in this world that... This slime being a convenient example of said phenomenon. Ho ho ho! At any rate, I've taken it upon... Oh, that's right. Though I'm sure you've probably pegged who I am. Yes, the one and only Mont... Good to hear word of my work has travelled far and wide. Listen, would you mind if I asked a favour of you? Should you happen to find any friendly monsters on... I don't have much, but I'm sure I can... As it happens, there's a monster arena in the nearby town. Do stop by if you have the time. Now farewell, kindred soul.
Yep, now we can access the monster arena. Where we can battle monsters for prizes. All we gotta do is now travel the world and collect monsters. Now we are in Romaly. Or Romaria in this game. We rescued Harry the Hare. Now that's one thing I really didn't do a lot of last time was the monster arena. So I do plan on doing the monster arena stuff this time around because last time I didn't really do it. And I missed out by not doing it. So we're going to actually work towards doing the monster arena this time. Because last time I didn't really put much effort into it, and I probably missed quite a bit by not doing it. I'm sure there were some decent treasures that I could have gotten if I would have done the monster arena. So this time I'm going to try to do it and do it right. Yeah, this time I plan on trying to do stuff right on that. That's another reason why I decided to do this game again. Was to get the stuff that I missed because I was stupid and didn't do it last time. So I'm going to actually put in the effort to get some of this stuff that I didn't do last time. That's a door we don't have a key for yet. I'm just searching the castle out, then we'll be done searching Romaly. Yeah, there's a lot of searching in this game if you want to find all the tiny medals. I can't do anything there without the final key. Yeah, there's a lot of backtracking too. But anybody that's played old school RPGs should be used to backtracking. Need the magic key to go through that door. hung up. Got that mini metal. Alright, you can't go upstairs at nighttime. Alright, but that's all of Romaly search for now. That's everything in Romaly search for now. And sometimes you gotta search the places in day and night to get the monsters, because some monsters will appear in towns at nighttime that you can't recruit during the day. So yeah, sometimes you gotta research the towns in the daytime and nighttime depending on the town, because of the monsters that can also appear at different times. Like I said, that rabbit only appears during the night. Well, anyway, I'm going to end this here. I'm going to do a complete playthrough of this game, but it's a long game, especially when I'm trying to get everything this time around, so hopefully I can break it up into at least a couple hour videos, but I'm going to do a whole playthrough of this game. If you like my videos, please follow and subscribe. So I'm going to end this one here, so I'll see y'all in the next video, and hopefully y'all have a good day.